Just a guy from the 70s. Today we have the 7 modern forms of aging. Fit midlifer, typical boomer, traditional oldster, reckless oldster, old grannies and grandpas, properly old, and ongoing midlife crises. Stick around. We're going to unpack these and help you identify which category your old ass is possibly in. Let's go. First up, we have the fit midlifer. The fit midlifer refers to individuals, regardless of being well into their middle years, continue to maintain an impressive level of fitness. This group spans from those who are exceptionally fit for their age to those who are just simply striving to stay alive, conveying from ages to 45 to 80. This phenomenon partly stems from a bit of self-delusion and also a social shift to where aging doesn't quite look the same as it did in the past. Thanks to technology, of course, first and foremost. With the internet now, we're able to find new ways of taking care of ourselves without having to go to the doctor, without having to go on crazy diets. There's more information out there for you to take care of yourself. So if you're not taking care of yourself right now, you need to sit back and reevaluate your life, especially if you're getting older in these later years. Okay, so continuing on with the fit midlifer, you might be a fit midlifer, especially if younger generations take notice and ask you, "Wow, you look good for your age," or "How old are you?" You know, so if they take notice in that means you're doing something good for yourself. Now I know all they say, black doesn't crack. I mean, I'm doing good for myself, I must say. But so at the same time, though, this perspective highlights the unique outlook for fit midlifers, especially those who manage to stay youthful and in spirit and physique despite the years. Next, we have your typical boomers. Typical boomers who range in ages from 57 to 75 also spill into the fit midlifer category, or should I say, some of the fit midlifers could spill into the typical boomers category. However, they don't usually share the same fitness levels as the midlifers, though. So, and visually, they might look and remind one more of their own parents as well at that age. Now, unlike the fit midlifers who could pass for a younger generation, the typical boomers look more like their age, you know, and they don't feel it. Now, some common milestones for them might be deciding on taking the stairs or taking the ramp. You know, you got to be cautious of your steps because you don't want any injuries to happen, or the need to roll out of bed instead of just jumping out of bed, you know, like the fit midlifers do, you know. So they're defying age. They own tennis shoes. You know, they walk the mall. They're careful on how they drive. They drive slowly. They don't speed. You know, they go for walks in the park. They pick up bingo. They take cruises. I've cruised with plenty of typical boomers, and they are awesome. Then we have the traditional oldster. Now, the traditional oldsters are quite comfortable with the natural process of aging and show little concern for maintaining a youthful appearance or achieving peak fitness levels. They are content with spending their days in quiet leisure, perhaps lounging on a sofa or taking a cruise or picking up a game of bingo or golf, possibly. Unlike those who dream of active pursuits like skiing into their golden years, like the fit midlifers, traditional oldsters fully embrace the traditional concept of retirement and appreciating the slow and steady pace of their later years without looking for the adventures of their youth. So they're sitting back and they're spending their retirement, their 401, their Social Security wisely. And they're sitting back right now, especially in this economy, and the traditional oldsters are laughing their asses off because they know that individuals are struggling, but yet in their quiet leisure days, they're cruising the world. Next, we have the reckless oldster. Now, the reckless oldster follows a similar path to the traditional oldster, but with a zest for living on the wild side. Okay, their liberal consumption of alcohol and a penchant of spending liberally on the latest gadgets or perhaps an albeit impractical, ambitious project. Their lifestyle includes keeping unconventional hours, possibly still going out to clubs, or staying up late past, dare I say, 11 or 12, and a bad disregard for their health. They're not keeping up with their health. They're still eating late. They're still drinking late into the hours, not getting enough sleep, and not having a good wellness routine. So the reckless oldsters, this group they take pride in their carefree approach to life. They are the older version of the YOLOs. They only live once, so they're already out the door. They're not having any regrets, and they're doing it, regardless of what people are saying. They're doing it, and often ignoring the conventional wisdom of their own thoughts. Like, I shouldn't be doing this, but yet it's being done. So, and that's why they're the reckless oldsters. Give it up for the reckless oldsters, everybody. Then we have the cool old grannies and grandpas. The meat malls, the mall malls, the glam malls, and the paws, and though they might cringe at being labeled as such, yet to the younger crowd, especially those under 35, icons like Martha Stewart and Samuel Jackson aren't just impressive for their age. They embody the essence of what it means to be a cool granny or grandpa. Now, this perception mirrors how earlier generations viewed certain celebrities, but back then the focus wasn't on marveling at their ability to defy age, but rather their overt cosmetic alterations. Well, some things, it seems, never change. Youthful perceptions of aging remain consistent throughout the generations. Ongoing midlife crises. You are here. You have made it. But where is here and where have I made it to? Because I haven't quite figured it out yet. Now, this midlife crisis that typically begins in the mid 40s and extends well into your later years, likely into your 70s, I'd say. Those who experience an ongoing midlife crisis include men who continue to father children later in life, well into their 80s, let's say that, clarify, because some men still are fit midlifers and having children. So, but the ongoing midlife crises, like I say, included the men who continue to father children well into their 80s, and women who opt for excessive cosmetic procedures. This prolonged phase of life reassessment and identity exploration reflects a persistent search for the vitality and youth, regardless of chronological age. Finally, we have properly old. Now, in 2024, the benchmark for being considered properly old has shifted. If you fall into any of the previously mentioned categories, you reach this milestone at the age of 90. Okay? Once again, you reach this milestone of properly old at the age of 90. Because if you're mentioned in any of the previous categories mentioned, you're still kicking, baby. You can still be in any of the categories you choose to be in. Okay, but if you reach properly old, not only have you reached a milestone, you are old. Okay, that's old. So with that being said, old now is Betty White old. You're old. Think about it. So which one do you fall in? All right. Well, if this video has brought you some type of value to your life, your day, hey, like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.